How about the art of sparring? I wanted to talk about a little bit over the years because you've been sparring, and you've started back in the fucking OG days when we were just young tykes. So and back in the OG days, it was just probably like, okay, we're going in there. If you get KO'd, you get KO'd. We're sparring hard, and even still to this day at the lab, it's not as much as it was before, but we used to kill each other.
Yeah.
I used to have in my mind sparring a lot of different guys, Efren Escudero, different guys. I'm like, I'm gonna try to KO you. That's my goal, is to fucking lay you flat right now.
Yeah.
And that was happening a lot in the training, but it's I think it's changed a little bit and gotten a little bit better. But what's your outtake on sparring and how much you should spar?
I think we got a good program at the lab as far as just sparring. Doing one kickboxing sparring day and one MMA sparring day a week, so and I like that the rounds are short. I think you can get the same simulation more intelligent and more safer for the fighter. I think guys, the first 10 years, I would say, maybe 5 years, depending on the athlete, they need a lot of hard sparring. They need to conquer their response time. They need to build that confidence. They need to feel what it's like getting hit.
Yeah.
I've been part of a lot of hard gyms that spar super hard, and I understand how we want to protect the fighter, protect the brain. And as you get older and you stick around this sport, you realize how important that is. Not doing too much hard sparring and protecting the brain and laying off.
Like you said, at the beginning too, because if you're just getting into this and you're wanting to start sparring, it's like you can't just spar nice and expect to. You go into a fight and all of a sudden you have the anxiety of this guy's trying to hurt you now, and the conditioning change, the urgency in your body and your muscles change. So you do, I think, agree. At the beginning, you got to learn to spar. You got to learn to get that grit and that fight from sparring a little bit.
You have to, yeah. And you stick around this sport long enough, and especially from a coach's perspective, you'll see people just develop into fighters from an average Joe, and seeing how the sparring makes them harder and makes them more confident. They walk a little bit taller, and both male and females, you see them kind of develop. It's cool to see these guys that have started off just in my cardio classes and now are on the team and the program, and seeing them kind of develop and kind of, it's cool. And it's the hard work that they're doing with their teammates, and the sparring rounds essentially is what's making that upgrade more so than anything else.
Yeah,
because a lot of MMA guys don't do fucking bag work. I think it's the one thing that's missing for most MMA teams is fucking heavy bag work. That's what builds that explosive muscle tissue. Sitting down, gritting down, just fucking wailing that leather bag as hard as you fucking can, reps after reps after rep. Fucking, that's what builds up that explosive muscle tissue. You know what I mean?
Fuck yeah.
And then you go apply that muscle tissue in the sparring round. But you need both. You can't just be shadow boxing, doing some pad work, and then boom, spar.
Yeah.
You need fucking heavy. You know what I mean? It's like building a video game character. You gotta build up all the different levels and make it fucking, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's pretty fucking badass.